What if the most interesting tablet Apple releases this year is actually the smallest one? Most people spend their time talking about the top-tier Pro models or the balanced Air series. However, the iPad mini is currently standing in a very unusual position. Apple is quietly preparing to introduce its first foldable device. When you unfold that future phone, you will have a screen that feels almost like a small tablet in your hands. That situation creates an obvious question for tech fans. If your main smartphone can open up into a tablet-sized display, why would anyone buy a dedicated small tablet anymore? Is a compact iPad still necessary, or is it on the verge of disappearing completely? At first glance, it is easy to assume that a small tablet no longer makes sense. However, when you examine the newest leaks and industry reports, a very different story begins to emerge. Apple appears to be listening closely to long-standing user requests. They are introducing major upgrades that fans have requested for years. In fact, these new changes might turn the next iPad mini into one of the most underrated devices of the entire year. The biggest transformation starts directly with the display. Many users have wanted a better screen on the mini for a long time. Surprisingly, reports indicate that Apple may bring advanced display technology to the mini before it reaches the standard iPad or even the iPad Air. The upcoming mini is expected to make the official transition from an older LCD panel to an advanced OLED screen. This will not be the exact same double-layer OLED panel found on the expensive Pro models. Apple stacks two light layers on those premium screens to push brightness to extreme levels. On a smaller screen like the mini, a single OLED layer is more than enough to deliver fantastic brightness. Even if the maximum brightness stays around the standard level, the visual difference will still be huge. Switching to OLED changes the entire viewing experience. With an OLED panel, every single pixel generates its own light source. When a pixel shows black, it turns off completely. This means you get true black levels instead of the dark gray look of older screens. The overall contrast ratio becomes almost infinite, which makes colors look significantly richer and dynamic content pop off the screen. Whether you are watching movies, editing personal photos, or reading digital books in a darkroom, the new display will offer a massive visual leap forward. Along with the change in screen technology, the display size is also expected to grow slightly. The screen will likely expand from the current size of 8.3 inches up to roughly 8.7 inches. While that change might sound minor on paper, the physical body of the device should remain almost identical. Apple plans to achieve this screen growth by shrinking the borders around the display. As a result, you get more usable screen real estate without losing the easy one-handed portability that makes the mini so popular. However, there is still one area where rumors remain uncertain. Reports suggest that Apple might keep the refresh rate locked at 60 Hz. For many users, that decision would feel like a missed opportunity. Modern smartphones and high-end tablets are increasingly adopting 120 Hz displays for smoother animation. A higher refresh rate makes every swipe, scroll, and menu transition feel instant. If Apple stays with 60 Hz on the mini, it could remain one of the few drawbacks of the new hardware. Even if the device stays at 60 Hz, the shift to an OLED panel solves another major issue from previous generations. Older models suffered from a visual delay effect commonly known as jelly scrolling, where one side of the screen seemed to refresh slightly faster than the other. The faster response time of individual OLED pixels should minimize or completely eliminate that distracting visual glitch. Beyond screen clarity, overall device durability is getting a massive upgrade as well. One of the most surprising rumors surrounding the new mini involves water resistance. Historically, iPads have had no official protection against water or dust intrusion. According to recent supply chain reports, Apple is working on an innovative speaker system that uses subtle panel vibrations instead of traditional speaker cutouts. Sound travels directly through the frame or screen of the device, rather than open holes at the bottom and top. By removing open speaker grills, Apple removes the largest entry point for liquid and debris. If the rest of the chassis is sealed tightly, the mini could become the first fully water-resistant tablet in Apple's history. That kind of durability changes how you can use a tablet every day. You could comfortably take your device near swimming pools, read digital books in the bath, or use it in high-moisture environments without constant concern. This potential durability brings us back to the comparison with foldable phones. Foldable displays rely on flexible glass and complex mechanical hinges, making them naturally more delicate and prone to wear over time. While a foldable phone looks futuristic, a water-resistant compact iPad offers long-term reliability. For users who need a sturdy device that can survive drops and splashes, a dedicated small tablet remains a much safer tool. The novel speaker design also promises a unique media experience. If sound radiates directly through the front panel, audio can feel much more direct and immersive. Furthermore, holding the tablet in landscape orientation will no longer accidentally cover the speaker openings with your palms. That simple design shift improves both physical grip and audio performance at the same time. Inside the device, performance is receiving an equally impressive leap. Rumors indicate that the new Mini will feature Apple's top-tier A20 Pro processor. This is the exact same generation of processing power designed for high-end flagship smartphones. Putting that level of speed into a small tablet creates a surprisingly capable mobile workstation. To complement that powerful chip, Apple is expected to pack 12 gigabytes of system memory into the device. That amount of RAM matches what is currently offered in professional-grade tablets. This extra memory ensures that the Mini is not limited to simple tasks like web browsing or video streaming. It will easily handle heavy multitasking, complex mobile games, on-device artificial intelligence features, and demanding creative applications. It also guarantees that the device will comfortably handle major software updates for many years to come. For the cellular version of the tablet, Apple plans to include its own custom-built wireless modem. This means faster data connections, better power efficiency, and stronger cellular signals on the go. When you combine all these internal hardware upgrades, the Mini ends up sharing much of its core tech with Apple's most expensive flagships. Current industry timelines point toward an official launch in the autumn period, most likely around October. The primary concern for potential buyers will naturally be the final retail price. The previous model already had a premium starting price. With an OLED display, a next-generation chip, triple the memory, and a water-resistant build, the price tag could easily jump higher. A higher price point might initially make the device look expensive compared to larger base model tablets. However, when you look at the total feature set, that price starts to make sense. You're getting an extremely portable machine equipped with high-end display quality, flagship processing speed, durable construction, and long-term hardware relevance. In a tech market that is increasingly leaning toward complex foldable phones, the upgraded iPad mini carves out its own distinct space. It strikes a balance between easy portability and reliable computing power. If these rumors hold true, this refreshed compact device will easily prove that small tablets still have a bright future ahead.